closer come at the prospect stage. We're going back to the live screen. The overlay is on. Mitch versus Blast. I got it right. Look at that. Yeah, very good. Let's go.
There we go. Oh, on the money. And tell you what, Blast is also on the money. He's just put in chat that apparently at 5 he won an SSL tourney. So maybe I had the wrong information. He's put one in and taken the lead within 3 seconds, Rizza.
There you go. I'm not sure there was a prediction on this. Nobbo, if you're in chat, do you mind dropping a prediction in? I'm not sure it has been done. I didn't see it come up on the screen, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Blast gets a kickoff goal early, takes the kickoff ascendancy here. Off the second one as well, takes to the air. The confidence, will he go for the bump? He does! He gets him, but Mitch gets it clear regardless, and Blast has been sent packing from the contest, and Mitch will score the equaliser early.
What a response from to an air dribble bump. Just bump him straight back. It's a different planet, basically. 1-0 very quickly. This is not starting off like the last series. We have goals immediately.
Yeah, I read it the same way, Puma. I was winning SSL tourneys at 5. Made it sound like he was talking about years of age, but that's the way I'm reading your comment. Mitch gets the demo and Blast again. Blast will have to recover on spawn boost and try and make the save. A good air dribble by Mitch. Secures his second and wrestles the lead back off of Blast off of his early start.
Very confidence-based players here. I think we'll see a few more ebbs and flows like we did in that last one. But you know, in that last one, I take Nob as a pretty consistent player, and we saw massive swings from him. So if he's meant to be the consistent one, I don't know what to expect.
Yes, very true. That's a huge flick from Mitch. Ends up clapping the bar and spins out at a weird angle. Neither player able to read it. Flip reset available for Mitch. Blast collects it on the goal line. That's boost spawned perfectly for Blast there as he just casually drives over it and secures it. Mitch, he should have saved that. He won't be happy. Equaliser for Blast. It's a basic flick over the top. Mitch had all the angles to work with to make an effective save. Just double jumped in the wrong spot and couldn't get back around it. Prediction is up, ladies and gentlemen. We see it's pretty even at the moment. We see a little bit in favour of Mitch there. No one looking to stick too much on the line. I know there's plenty out there in the community. Don't be shy. Throw it all on the line. Maybe the match is closer than many people predicted it would be. Maybe we've convinced people it'll be more balanced than what people may have initially thought. No one willing to throw much on the line. Tactical bets only here, Neon, just to be involved. Mitch, he's got that one on target. That's his third. He's wrestled the lead back once again.
You know, I think a lot of people might have jumped on the Blast train, but Mitch just seems to score when he wants at this minute. And he also concedes without being able to control it. But I thought that might sway the prediction a little bit more, but Blast is still favoured according to this.
Blast is going to score here again. Just ball possession given up by Mitch, and Blast just sits and takes it and goes bang. Here's the kickoff, wasn't it? It was, yeah, Blast just waited back on the kickoff, hid behind the ball nicely. Mitch had no idea. And this is an interesting contest. Early, Neon, really interesting contest.
Well, it really is. It's two seemingly quite offensively minded players, and or at least that's how they've played so far. And we have another goal, surely. Thought for a second. Yeah, it won't even go there, but
I don't even think it's possible to hit that any slower than that.
Honestly, he's tried his best for the 0-second goal, but it turns out it's only 44 k's per hour.
4-3 in favour of Mitch.
Here.
Yeah, every time Blast strikes back, Mitch is just able to open the gap again. We saw a really conservative start to the first game between Nobbo and Rook. Completely the opposite here. We've seen 7 go through in less than 2 minutes so far here. Mitch taking it back to his own corner, but he's going to give the ball up to Blast. He gets a nice little cut, sends it back in middle. He's going to have to chase some boost now. Goes for the corner boost, does he? He tries to demo Mitch. Mitch knows all about it. Well done by Mitch to evade it. Really tough one to evade. Blast looking for a controlling touch, but it falls to Mitch. Mitch low on boost. Even the flick doesn't get it over the top of the challenging Blast, who takes the corner boost. And I've got to say, I think Blast's 1v1 training is paying off. He looks comfortable here at the moment. He does still trail, but he's up against some very tough opposition, and he is holding his own comfortably. Challenge comes in. 50. Oh, huge body from Mitch. Gets it into Blast and past him, but he's taken the boost as well. He's managed to survive somehow what was a very venomous attack from Mitch. He's going to take to the air again here, Blast. Not the best touch immediately. He gets a pitch. He gets it over the top.
Oh my goodness. That Mitch is a bit annoyed at himself for going here, but I don't blame him because Blast didn't really look like he had the control over this. But he turns it around, turns it into a great touch, and and taps it into the net.
He looks confident, doesn't he, Blast? He looks very confident. Even with that poor first touch, like you say, he knew exactly what he was going to go for, and Mitch took the bait. 4 apiece. Blast unable to take the lead since the opening kickoff goal that he scored. Can he finally find 2 in a row? Put Mitch to the sword here. He gets one on target here. Mitch needs to jump. Can't get up to it in time. Mitch not happy again, and Blast takes the lead.
Oh my. Oh my. That one would have hurt. That one would have hurt a lot. There was a lot of awkward play from both of them, partially being smart and making each other awkward, but Blast did so well to get the touch on that he did. I myself, like seeing it from Mitch's angle, I didn't think Blast was getting that much contact on that. This is tit for tat, this one, Rizzo.
It is. Blast has a couple of pads to work with here. Mitch takes the corner away from him. He's using plenty just to knock the ball across the field. Blast is going to take the mid away from him as well, and Mitch will just give the ball away. Blast takes the air again. This is another really dangerous looking aerial attack. Dangerous against him, I should say. Doesn't really work out this time. Mitch touches that one back towards his own half. Blast with an early challenge. Has he overcommitted here? Mitch will collect the mid boost. Blast looking to challenge hard again. That's a really good second touch. Not sure he knew anything about it. Net was open there. I'm not sure if he had the angle to work with. But Blast is just throwing himself around the ground here, and it is working, Neon.
Well and truly is. This is brilliant play from Blast. He's mixing up his game quite a bit. There's a lot of different tactics at play, and that might not have been the right one, but as it goes into his net.
Oh my.
But it's causing Mitch problems, and Mitch is having to change up his game in response. Look, that was Mitchell claims skill. I'm not sure if
it
that
looked like
was
his
quite
best
as he
attempt to
intended.
save it. He couldn't
It
have. It's very interesting. He would have been very angry with himself if he had. Blast. Of course, we criticised him diving in on that last play, but it's how he's been getting his chocolates so far. He's going to have to keep going for it. I think it's his ticket to win this match. It's going to upset Mitch, that style of gameplay, if he just keeps throwing himself around and drawing good 50 after good 50. Mitch wants a bit of space. He's a mechie player. While Blast is eliminated, can't quite accelerate away from Mitch quick enough to secure the open net there. Mitch does well. Takes him out. Here comes Mitch with some space and some mech. Can Blast defend it? He gets it just! He launched a bit high off the sidewall. It does get around it. Blast looking for a demo. Mitch takes to the air again. Sends it back into his corner. As well.
Feels like when Mitch is turning around at the moment, he's not really sure what to expect from Blast. Every time, it's like an anxious turn. He's like, are you challenging or are you not? He's not quite figured out what he's doing. And that's a brilliant challenge from Blast as it goes into his net.
And I tell you what, this is what I was talking about. These heavy challenges from Blast, they are so tilting because that one is just a desperate lunge into a player with plenty of boost and ball control. And it's straight into the roof and straight into the back of your net. There's nothing worse at the end of the game than to concede the goal that could cost you that game with a mindless challenge like that, some would say. Blast, it's the gameplay that will work for him. It's working wonders for him so far. He takes game number 1 against the fancied Mitch.
Yeah, really well played from both players there. That one will be very tilting. True full tilt fashion on that one because 10 seconds left to go to concede after you've been up so many times in that game. That will hurt for Mitch, but he'll have to regain and go again. Often when he gets a little bit tilted, we see a very mechy version of him come out who and he can get a bit ball chasey in it, but sometimes that really works from him. And with Blast just hard committing on those challenges, it might actually be the play that works out for him here. He's asked for just a second to buy some time, but what are you expecting in this one, Rizzo?
Yeah, Mitch is asking for a second. He says he's shaking. I will be curious to see if we see a car change. Sorry, I remember we saw Mitch against Stem last full tilt. He got absolutely obliterated in game number 1. I think it was 12-2 the final score to Stem. We had never even seen Stem play ones to that point. Stem came out swinging and Mitch changed his car and he was a completely different player from that point on. I'd be interested to see if that is what we are going to get here. Mitch has asked for a minute. Both players have taken to the field. They are ready to go. Let's see. Mitch looks like he's in the same car. We are back on the live screen. Ones makes me anxious, says Mitch. Blast says it's the same. Let's see what we get. I mean, Blast has revealed his hand here. How does Mitch adapt? That is the big question. Blast is going to be challenge heavy. He's not going to give Mitch any space or any respect. We see a couple of resets coming in from Blast. And he'll be pretty happy with the way game number 2 has started.
Mitch is not going to want us to watch this, but we have to watch this. That was too clean, Blast. Get your clip and take your 1-0 lead.
Outstanding from Blast. He landed that first reset and got this nasty little touch with the nose of his car as he flipped his car back around, which set him up for the second one. And then executed well as well, and then just doesn't have any answer for Mitch's direct shot into the top corner. The equaliser available, 18 seconds gone. It's another heavy scoring game between these two by the looks of it.
The last one started nearly exactly the same, right? Not with a clip right at the start, but 18 seconds in, basically.
Yeah,
it
was a Blast kickoff goal into a Mitch goal to follow it. Yes, sir, exactly the same. Then we saw Mitch score the third. Let's see if history repeats. Blast has plenty of boost advantage here. It's over the top. Not sure it was the best attack to make. Does secure the corner boost. Will he be able to secure the mid? He does break. And Mitch gets away from him. Gets the boost. Oh, he does well, Blast. Not to jump off the wall at the wrong time there. Thought he was going to jump after he missed out on the first challenge. Doesn't. Looking for the demo on Mitch. Mitch does well. Gets around it. Takes control of the ball. Side of the field. He's going to look for some mech of his own. He got double flip reset on only moments ago. He goes to the ceiling for his reset. Looking for a musty Blast. There's no, not today. He's going to take it downfield. Collects the corner boost. It's a tough angle to work with. What's he got for us? Mitch just sends it flying. And Mitch has done well to conserve some boost on his way back as well. Blast looking for an awkward challenge. He's not going to get it. Mitch is going to score surely. It's awkward. Oh, he's pinned it across the face of goal.
Oh no. That's got to be tilting, Rizza.
Blast gets the musty.
Nice one himself.
Mitch should save it. He does, but it's a soft touch, and Blast will take his boost as well. Mitch in an awkward position now. He'll be on none here as he launches off the side. No, he's not. He's on 30. He's done well. He's conserving his boost well here, Mitch. Boost management on point. I have underestimated him there. He's going to take the mid. Blast is going to send it into the corner. It should take the ball. Mitch will not meet him there. Blast sends it downfield.
Strange game, this one. This is a great game. Both players are playing very, very well, but it's while it started like the last one, it has changed up a little bit. There have been opportunities, but you can feel the nerves coming in, but there are moments of brilliance. It's it's like one or the other at the moment, Rizza.
It feels like both players understand the importance of this very goal that Mitch is scoring in front of us here, and neither player wanting to overcommit, as Blast does just that as I'm trying to explain the situation. Blast just gives him the ball in the middle of the field. Not sure what Blast was after there. He didn't even take off. It's not like he was after an air dribble. Was he just after a controlling touch down the wall? It was just far too heavy. Straight into Mitch, and we do see a repeating scoreline from game number 1. Who's the first to jump? It's Mitch. Blast looking for the... Blast went second, knew he was going to be beaten to the ball, decided to go high to draw the 50, and ended up winning the race to the ball. And as a result, he went flying over the top. It was a really interesting challenge there from Blast. Well played by Mitch.
I think that's the adaptation from Mitch that we're seeing, because Blast has been doing that all game, where he's seen Mitch go, and then he just 100 boost, full commits into whatever Mitch is doing. Makes it very, very awkward, but Mitch decides, you know what, I'm just going to slow it down and you're going to go flying. And that might be the answer here. Mitch is also getting these sort of challenges back. One of those things that we saw the best of, when Blast was playing his best last game, he was mixing up those challenges. You weren't really sure when they were going to come. And it feels to me like Mitch has got a bit of a handle on it, so it might be time for Blast to sort of change that up a little bit.
Yeah, Blast, he doesn't seem to have the opportunity that he had in the last one, does he? Mitch just isn't slowing the ball down like he was. Mitch also looking to play the game reasonably fast. He has adapted well to what Blast brought in game number 1. He leads 4-1 as a result here in game number 2. Looks comfortable all of a sudden. Takes that boost away from Blast. Blast using the last of his to try and catch up to Mitch for the demo, but he can't get around him. Mitch looking to score his 5th. He's got to get it on target. He saves it himself, and Blast has no boost to accelerate. Ends up taking the corner. But again, we see another heavy touch come off the wall from Blast. He's just taking those off the wall way too high. And in an effort,
both players there had a very, very nervy moment. That's an awkward touch, awkward flip, and Mitch before saving his own shot. It's you can see, there's plenty of brilliance from both of these players. Empty jump, he says. It's there's plenty of brilliance on show from both of these players, but you can really see the nerves.
Yeah,
double flip reset.
Oh, Mitch.
Throw that clip that that Blast got at the start of this game right back at him.
They've double flip reset each other now at this point. Mitch is looking better for it. He's got 6 goals on the board to Mitch's 1. The double flip reset, the only accolade he's got for the game so far. Good kickoff from Blast, so can he get around any time? No, he can't. He's going to go to the side. We'll see another double flip reset attempt. What's he got for us here, Neon? One reset into the second. No, he can't catch up with the second. Mitch will take it away. Highly capable players, these two, both putting on a pretty good show for us. Mitch, really good answer. What we saw in game number 1 here in game number 2. He's got Blast locked in Brazil. It's still 82 seconds left on the clock.
He is well and truly in control here. I don't think Blast has played too badly. He's just had some really shotgun moments. And I know that sounds like contradictory, but in the in-between game, he's kind of doing what he needs. He's passed the ball to Mitch a lot. Mitch, to his credit, has changed up his playstyle a lot, and he's holding ball possession where he needs. He's kind of countered what Blast was doing. But I also don't think we're seeing what we saw from Blast last game to the same degree. Like that's another example of it where those sort of moments, he's going for a musty and kind of just missed the ball.
Yeah, Mitch knows he's got this game in the bag now. He's just looking for some clips. It's going to be interesting to see what we get from Blast throughout the rest of this series. Obviously, came in with a very direct tactic in game number 1, which worked for him. It just worked for him. He managed to take the game by a solitary goal in the end. But Mitch has adapted. Mitch is not giving him the same opportunity to apply those tactics, and now it's Blast that needs to come up with something different to try and counter what Mitch has to offer. It's been a far more commanding match from Mitch here in game number 2 as a result than what it was for Blast in game number 1. I feel like it's Mitch that really has the dominance over the contest at the moment, Neon.
It is. That momentum will be huge. I really feel like if Blast scored early here, and he did score early, but if he kind of held that lead, the nerves would have really set in for Mitch. But letting him score again, or it was from a kickoff goal, it's hard to avoid. But I think Mitch found that momentum. He changed up that game style, and he kind of just ball chased a little bit. I mean that with all compliments. But he's saying losing the match helps his nerves. He seemed to just find his footing, and the nerves on his end seemed to go away. And now it really feels like Blast that's the nervy one.
Yeah, it's worrying as well. You feel like the nerves coming out of Mitch is one of the biggest assets you have in this contest, and they seem to be gone. He will be a fearsome opponent from this point on. We're straight back into it. Say goodbye to our ugly mugs again. Brazil indeed. Oki Mitch managed to hold him in that Brazil for quite a while. I think it was 80 odd seconds left when I announced it before, so he managed to hold him in Brazil the full duration of that. Blast, good chance to score early here. Mitch on no boost. He's going to go flying past the ball, and Blast is going to score. Blast just gets a kickoff goal every single game. It's just the default thing to do now. You can bank on it at this point.
47 seconds. 4 minutes, 47 seconds on the clock, and we already have our first goal once again, just like the others. It's I don't know what's going on with Mitch at the start of the games. He clearly just forgets that the game's begun.
Yeah, luckily for Blast, it was a fairly regulation shot. Didn't have to get a double flip reset to score his only goal of the game this time. It's always a good sign. He's managed to save 50 boost here. That's a really poor shot from Mitch. He's looking to force Blast out of the play, possibly use a little bit of boost that he had left, but Blast had plenty to get around and take that corner. Gee, he was lucky not to get hit then. Just to avoid the bump somehow. That's going to waterfall down as well. He's going to have to get to this before Mitch. He's not making any movement, Blast. You need to get there. That is coming straight down into the danger zone. Obviously,
I just went to say this is the first game. It hasn't been 1-1 within the first 30 seconds, and I guess that's still true. But make it 41 seconds.
Yeah, of course. If history is to repeat, Mitch will also score the next goal. I was going to say as well, Oki probably eagerly watching this one there from the comfort of his own chair or couch or wherever he's watching it from, knowing that he will face the winner of this contest. Good little bit of insight into his opponents. And, oh, there you go. It's been broken, Neon. The tradition has been broken. What's going on? Blast has his second.
Game 1 once again, I think. It's I think this is how game 1 started, so we're just going back and forth. They're doing what Nob and Rook did.
Yeah, a couple of close contests tonight, isn't it? I think this is still a really even contest. I know we saw a bit of a blowout there in game number 1, but things can swing so quickly. It's amazing what a couple of goals can do. A nice little bump coming in from Blast, and he'll take the boost and the ball. He's got himself into a pretty awkward position here, which should be able to get around this. He does. Gets a good 50, but Blast just absorbs it. Should be able to get this one past Mitch. No, he hits it straight into him. Mitch double jumps into position, gets a nice 50, pumps Blast out of the way. Playing around with it in the middle of the ground is Mitch, and he'll have his boost taken. He's managed to save plenty, though. Should Be able to counter well if he can get a good touch. Blast and Mitch, they're feeling each other out here, aren't they? Blast fires, shoot, it's wide.
Oh,
He's missed
quite.
out. And he's got around it, but he's hit that one
swing.
high. He's going to take the far corner away from Mitch, but Mitch has plenty of boosts. Should be able to control the play from here. Blast, that's a really dangerous challenge.
Blast,
really dangerous challenge on the side. And it's cost
Blast
him.
has been playing so well in this one. It felt like... my view is Mitch has been saying that he's getting nervous. You got the lead. Stop overcommitting. But it's not to be on that one.
He just doesn't want to get to that goal line situation, does he? He seems to be challenging way before it gets to that point every single time. Should be able to save this one. Does. He's going to be able to boost very shortly, though. That's a nice, aggressive play over the top of Mitch, though, but Mitch gets it back into the corner. Gives Blast a chance to secure his other corner boost there. He'll be looking for Mech here. He's going for the musty here. As you know, he's ran out of flip time. Good flick into the top. Oh, he's missed out. It's off the corner and out. Blast gets around it, gets the corner boost. That net was open for a moment there. The musty, Mitch is all over it. Blast's going to have to go in and out. Try and get some kind of 50 on this. Does. Mitch trips him up. A little bit of boost available for Mitch. Can he get around it in time? He can. It's a goal.
Really well played. That flick from Mitch before was nearly unsavable, and he kind of deserved a goal with how insanely good it was, but the post said no. This time his flick goes straight in the net. 3-2, and he's turned this game around.
Really well played. He didn't have much time to transition that ball down the field. He took a couple of heavy touches that he could follow. Does well. Flicks it past Blast. He had no options available to make a save there. Mid boost available for Blast. Actually, quite a good chance here for Blast. What's he got? Oh, he's managed to pump.
Really nice play from Blast. This is the sort of considered approach that he can bring in with how Mitch is playing.
Well done. I thought Mitch had saved that. I think we were watching that from Mitch's perspective, anyone that's watching from my perspective, and it looked like he'd got the save, but then all of a sudden Mitch was in the back of the net. You love to see it. Outstanding from Blast. He's managed to equalise here. A really even contest. Blast has disappeared. That's going to be a goal.
Oh no. What has happened here? I want to see this one. Blast isn't going to want us to watch. Oh, he is watching. Oh, he says he hits this. Well, he's pretty close to it, but it wasn't to be. 4-3 to Mitch, and this is getting very threatening for Blast at this point.
Yeah, I thought Blast was in all kinds of danger when he went for that mid boost off the kickoff there. That shot was always going to be available for Mitch and any power on it. Oh, it's in again. Once again, it feels like Blast had his nose on the ball as the goal explosion goes off. It was Rook. MCAT, it was Rook who took it 3-1.
Mitch is saying weirdest bump, and it really was. At first, I thought it was going in Blast's favor as it took him towards the boost, but Mitch recovered perfectly, and it gave him another opportunity. Oh, Mitch is just not letting up on these kickoffs, and we have 6-3 Rizza. This game has taken all kinds of turns.
Yeah, this is dangerous territory now for Blast. He's going to have to play from the back foot once again. He was looking really good for a large part of this contest in game number 3. But it's got away from him now. It'll take something pretty special. Feel like he's got it in him to keep in touch with Mitch, but Mitch, once he gets that lead, and there it is. Goodness me, uses his reset to get the wave dash pop into the top of the net. Only has 93k on it, but it was pretty much unsavable from Blast there unless he pre-jumped it.
That's a clip from someone who's been playing the Eversax map.
Rook won the series, but Nob has won everyone's hearts. Yes, sir. He did that many years ago, you can trust. Blast 4 goals behind. Mitch does well. Keeps that one out. Good recovery as well. Blast in an awkward position. Does well. He's on no boost. He gets the corner though. Mitch on none. Getting an annoying touch. And you can just see Mitch's play changes as his lead grows. His confidence grows. The nerves settle a little bit in each particular match. That's a good shot from Blast though. Closes the gap. He's not out of it yet.
Not at all. That was a really nice play from him here. Some confusing little moments and a bump. It looked like he bumped Mitch into position, but then he manages to put the ball right behind him, and he does well and truly close that gap. If you are Blast here, though, he's still got 3 goals left. What would you be doing, Rizza?
Look, I don't know. I don't think there's much you can do. I think he's playing good Rocket League. I think there's a few things that have gone Mitch's way. The kickoffs are really starting to go in his favour. The challenges are really starting to go in Mitch's favour. I'm not really sure what you can do about it at this point.
Gets to a certain point, and I'd almost like to see him just hard commit. It sounds ridiculous, but Mitch was hating those instant challenges before. And at this point, honestly, Mitch is going to be nice and calm with it because it might end up wasting time. But you're going to need goals quickly, and as long as Mitch is holding on to that ball, you're not getting one.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Mitch is playing really well and should go in with plenty of confidence into game number 4. Love to see these best of 5s. I hate that this would be over in a best of 3.
Really?
Get to see plenty more of it. Possibly 2 more games here. I feel like Blast's best gameplay will match Mitch here, but he needs to be at his best for the entire game. And as soon as he's not, he's conceding goals in a flurry, and it's just to take him out just in time there. Mitch rewards him with a nice one. I'm not sure he really meant it. Cuts it behind him. That's a touch that's a little bit heavy. Good 50 though. Should be able to get around this one. No, he doesn't try. He tries to free flip it into the net. Outstanding effort from Blast. He knows the game's gone. Looking for a little bit of style. And we will head into game number 4 here, Neon, with Mitch on double match point. It's exactly the same situation we saw in the Nob versus Rook series, where Rook was able to wrestle game number 4 away. Really strong challenge from Nobbo there. What has Blast got for us as we head to game number 4? 2-1 in favour of Mitch.
Been a great series so far. Look, Blast has played really, really well and just had some unfortunate moments in here. Mitch has lifted his game, obviously, from that first game, but I really feel like what we saw from Blast at the start, we haven't seen that same level since. I think he had an adrenaline rush there, so I almost want him to go and get yourself some chocolate and get something that's going to be a sugar boost or something, and give us that adrenaline rush we saw in that first game.
Well, he was just lunging in for everything, and it worked wonders. We haven't seen it since. I'm not sure how much of that is Mitch's adaptation or the change coming in from Blast, maybe not believing in that particular tactic. He's gone for more mech as the series has gone on. Maybe he just goes back to the drawing board, goes back to his roots, because that not only was effective, but it's also an extremely tilting way to play the game when it works.
It is. It's what we were complimenting Nob on before, is just do those basics and do them well. And I think Blast had a little bit more of that to him. That is a brilliant play once again from Mitch. He's got a lot of success from these. The kind of air play, I want to call it an air dribble, but I think he was going for a double flip reset. But then just taking it down and getting either a wave dash touch or just a little awkward touch on the ground. He's done it 3 times, I reckon, and he might have scored every single one of them, Rizzo.
Yeah, Blast seems like he's got no answers when Mitch has a reset available. Blast just looks completely lost in defense. He's conceded almost all of them from memory as soon as Mitch is in that position. Trying to get a bump on him. He's used an entire tank of boost to get it. Doesn't end up landing it. Blast has gone to the wall here. I feel like if he had to just cut that one in, he would have had the open net available. He's got it anyway. Mitch is not going to get there. Outstanding from Blast. He had it all worked out. Don't listen to me. Gets the equalizer. He drives over the boost just at the right time so that he has enough to get the air dribble. Of course, it all works out. Never in doubt.
Never in doubt. This is why these players are the ones here and you are not.
That's exactly right. There's plenty more reasons than that, but yeah, that's very true.
Me too, Rizzo. Don't worry. I would have more troubles than you would, I dare say. But that's great from Blast. He wasn't. He's mixed it up in this game. He wasn't scoring immediately within 10 seconds. So Ooh. Mitch upped his kickoff, but we've almost had an inverse. Mitch scored straight away in this one, and Blast is now scored 2 immediately after that.
I love to see this, actually. Blast has been trying this one all series long. It's that delayed flick where he holds onto it right till the end. He inverts his car, but he has not landed a good one until this very moment. And what a time to get that mechanic going. It has yielded his second goal, and it's given him the lead here in game number 4. And it'd be interesting to see if Blast can secure a couple more here. What we see from Mitch, things will start to ice up for him. Oh, what a shot from Blast, but it's out off the bar. Hasn't cost him. Yeah, honestly, it was a beautiful musty, wasn't it? Just denied by the woodwork. He was quite lucky, in fact, that Mitch ended up jumping for it. If Mitch had just gone, well, if that's in, it's in. If it's not, it's not. Because if he had just waited there, he would have had the easiest counter-attack in the world. Luckily, Mitch did jump. That time was taken away from him. Mitch now holds onto his flip. He needs to get another one now because it's run out and Blast meets him. There you go, a bit of adaptation from Blast. He's managed to survive a flip reset attempt from Mitch. Open net. I'm not sure he really had the angle available with Mitch in the way, did he? Need to watch that
He
back.
might not have. It was a rough one. He had very, very low boost, so it might not have been possible. But meanwhile, Mitch is taken to the other end. Blast is trying those insta challenges off the ceiling again. That's good to see. Will it pay off? Pay off from him? That's the question.
Well, it hasn't cost him anything yet. Yes, it has. There it is. It's a
Wait,
goal.
what was that?
It was a really nice cut inboard there from Mitch. You see Blast flipped as well. He didn't really need to trying to get into position there. He flipped across the field, ended up forcing him a little bit further down the ground than he needed to be. And then he tried to get back to his net in time, but he wasn't able to. I feel like a lot of that play, the result of that play was the result of that flip that Blast did to try and get into position. He's trying to stick around and be annoying here, but so is Mitch, and Mitch gets it away from him. He's going to take the corner boost, is Blast, mid boost, sorry. Mitch takes the corner and also takes Mitch off the field momentarily.
Not sure about that pop. If Mitch was up very quickly. If Mitch got a clean touch on that, I think he'd scored straight away. Blast has done that more and more as the game's gone on. And I think he's seen Mitch get all of these aerial plays, and he's scored plenty of his own as well. But he seems to be resorting to them a lot, where sometimes I think he can just maybe take a shot.
Still locked up at 2 apiece here. It's a close contest. We've actually seen 3 minutes of game number 4 already, Neon. Doesn't feel like it's gone for that long. It's been such a tight contest. Blast doesn't go for the corner boost. He might go back for it here. He might have to. He's going to have to recover. That's a horrible bounce for Mitch. He's got the boost advantage and the position. But Blast gets up. It's another one straight down. It's going to be a goal.
Oh no, what are these bounces?
Jeez.
I think Blast is going to be a bit tilted from this one.
Yeah, there's 2 challenges in a row there that just went straight up in front of his net. Just not able to get anything either sideways or forwards away from Mitch and away from his net. Eventually it cost him a goal. It was always going to. Mitch with the pre-flip into position. Blast gets around it. Blast is going to score. He's going to find the equalizer once again. Mitch's lead does not last long, and that.
Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you what. We talked about it earlier in the series. That he almost saved that as well, the same way Mitch did earlier. If he had bounced off of that post and saved that ball, that would have been controller down moment right there, Neon.
Oh my goodness, I got worried. I was stressing. I can only imagine how he was feeling in that moment. It's as it goes in, I'm sure he just laughs it off and off he goes. He's got an opportunity here. Mitch is going to be awkward. If he can turn this on goal and get a shot on quickly, he has got it. 4-3. Now he just has to hold on for a minute and a half, and he could take us through.
Gee, this series, it all of a sudden looks very different to what it looked only moments ago. Mitch in full control of game number 2 and game number 3, but it's Blast. We're into the final 90 seconds, and he holds on to a lead, and a couple of good kickoffs one way or another could be the difference between the players and could get Blast back into this series. 2 goals now his advantage, and Mitch is the one who needs to answer back all of a sudden.
Rizza asks, and Blast complies immediately. Wants to see that game 5, and Blast gets that kickoff goal that Riz has just called out. Love to see that. He might have an opportunity for another one. These are very awkward kickoffs here, Rizza. I feel like no matter what, both players are doing well on their kickoffs, but they're doing it in a style that it just feels like you either win it or you lose it. It's not, they're not very safe. They're hard committing on them. Yeah, but I mean, it's paid off for each of them. It's kind of leveled out throughout this tournament. Oh, Mitch, really well played. I thought Blast got this right at the end there.
Yeah, really well done by Mitch. He manages to find the opening. That was a really nice first flick. Blast had to jump for that. He had no idea whether that was on target or not. And then Mitch does well enough to get into the top of the net, just where Blast can't get it in time. Closes that gap. Bit of ice in the veins from Mitch on the first play after Blast extends the lead to 2. He's going to give the ball away to Blast here as well. He's in a really dangerous position here, Mitch, because he's got no boost. Counter-attack available for Blast. It's one more air dribble, and it'll be a goal. He gets the flip. It's really dangerous. Oh, Blast! Wow. Execution on point once again. Oh, I coughed my guts up.
So good that you've ruined Rizza. What have you done?
I choked on my own disrespect. Oh my goodness me. If he knows what he's doing, he takes it to that corner every single time. He knows what he's doing. He's scored
choked,
twice.
Did not.
Exactly. Goodness me. Mitch with it all to do now. 35 seconds remaining, Neon. 2 goals adrift. He managed to close the gap 20 moments ago. Blast, that's a horrible challenge.
Oh no. That's concerning. He just needs to play safe in these moments. Once again, he had 2-goal lead. I think he still had plenty of time to get back and do something about it. It's an awkward position where Mitch is coming at you and he's got a flick available to him, but while you've got 30 seconds on the clock and you're 2 goals up, take that time off the clock.
Yeah, he needed to draw that fake challenge there. He needed to draw that flick out of Mitch, but not be in the position he was in when he finally did. Oh, goodness, what a shot from Blast. He's got ice in his veins all of a sudden. 15
really
seconds
does.
remaining. 2 goals up is Blast, and regardless of what happens from here, you'd have to say he will be happy with his performance. He felt he was the underdog in this contest, and he looks to take us to game number 5, where both players will be extremely nervous, Neon. And we will go back to square one. 1 5-minute period of Rocket League will settle the future of Full Tilt for one of these 2 players. Mitch will definitely not like to see it end before he reaches the prospect group. Blast would love to see himself progress to that point. Oh my goodness me, we're going to go to game 5, Neon.
We well and truly are. Blast is going to get one for the road unless he drops out. I think he's dropped it. Never mind. Okay. Both players with a mechanical failure at the end to make sure they are nervous heading into this next game. But Blast will pull back a lot of confidence after that one. I think he's done what we were asking of him. He's changed up his game. He's brought in some of the things we saw in that first one. He's not only going for the mechanical play. And it's paying off for him. I think it was a much closer one, and Mitch had his way a lot in the game before. I think it was a Brazil the one right before this, but I think that's a bit of a wake-up call for Mitch.
Yeah, he's going to need to play his best Rocket League here. You feel like when Blast gets going, he's so hard to stop. He just needs to play good Rocket League for 5 minutes here, Mitch, and he will get it done. Takes his foot off the gas at all, and Blast is just taking full advantage every opportunity he's given. Oki, if you are still watching this, who would you like to play out of these 2 players? One of these guys will advance to meet you in the prospect stage. Which one do you fear the most if you are still watching this contest? Well, good shot from Blast. He's going to open the scoring. And Mitch has opened the quick chats, and that is not a good sign for Mitch.
It is not, but in fairness to Mitch, the last time I saw him open the quick chats like this, I think he won 7-1, so maybe blessing in disguise, who knows? Maybe he's just able to laugh it off and keep on going, but it's going to be a nervy start regardless.
Shot from Blast, it's wide. I think he had the angle to work with there. Oh, that's a really good challenge. He gets around it, it's in, no, it's off the bar, and it's out. It's heartbreak for Blast. Mitch is probably going to just challenge this. He's got no boost. Blast knows he has no boost. Mitch is going to jump. He's going to give it straight to Blast. Blast should have plenty of time. Oh, it's a heavy touch. He's going to have to dish it from here. He's made it really hard for himself. Mitch is going to
concede off it as well. Oh my goodness. That sequence of play, Rizza.
What have I done, says Blast. Oh, that was... yeah, that was... Okay, let's just go... Just move straight on from that. Neon. There's no need to touch on that one. I think we know clearly what mistakes were made in that passage of play, and Mitch has equalised and doubled up on the advantage.
Oh my goodness. I can feel the tilt from Blast in this kickoff. That is not going through the middle of the bowl, and Mitch got the confidence from scoring. I don't know what to expect here. Both players are clearly extremely nervous, and they've both played exceptional at moments, but as soon as those nerves have crept in, there have been some absolute blunders. Rizza, what are you expecting in this one?
Oh, look, we just need to see Blast equalise here. He's going to do it straight away. Oki's saying Mitch is the scarier player. We definitely agree, but Blast is more than capable, as we're seeing. Blast is actually an extremely good player in 2s and 3s as well. He doesn't play a lot of 1s, but I feel like he's giving it a red-hot crack here. He's managing to translate what he can do in those other game modes here in front of us in 1s. He is head-to-head with the mighty Mitch, and he is doing it well. I don't know, mate. I think Mitch will win. From what I've seen, I think Mitch will win, but it's all about Mitch's mental from this point on. Surely it's all about Mitch's mental. It's his to lose, I feel. Blasters. Oh, he's got it in just inside the left-hand goalpost.
It's Blasters started cleaning up his game a little bit, just playing a bit basic. He's just decided to shoot this open net rather than go for a flip reset musty or something ridiculous, and it turns out that works out. Hitting an open net, who knew?
Not as good, though, clearly. Mitch.
Where's the clip?
With a good kickoff there, we'll take the mid-boost Blast. There's the fake challenge, but it was well obvious. Mitch knew he had no boost. Mitch takes it there. He's looking for the air dribble bump of his own. Gets it.
Been mostly Blast going for these throughout this series, Rizza, but Mitch decides it's time to pull it out. He's got the skill, and it was just enough. On my screen, he actually looked like Blast was about to touch it. Exactly what you said with Mitch just before, but he levels this one up, and we've got 3 minutes on the clock and 3-all.
He's desperate lunge there from Blast to keep that one out of his net. Does well. He's looking for a pad. There's none inside. He takes 2. He goes a long way to get him. Mitch is full of boost here. All the options available. Just flicks into the top of the net.
Mitch's flicks have been dangerous all series. Yet another one. Blast just, honestly, I don't blame him. It's hard to deal with those. You don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to the air? Is he going for something mechy? Is he going for another monster flick? And so often that monster flick comes out and you just don't know where it's going to be.
It's another arm wrestle of a contest, isn't it? Both players having their moments in the sun here in game number 5. It's Mitch at the moment, all of a sudden, that holds the lead for the time being. Blast had a chance to trip him there. His recovery doesn't. Mitch goes back for the mid boost. Blast with a little bit of space on the ball. Did Mitch end up challenging that? I think he fake challenged. It was a really late fake challenge, really deep fake challenge, I should say. And Blast gets the demo in the end. I feel like Mitch got a little bit too close to the sun here on this challenge before he turned to fake, and after he did that, it was all Blast's play. He has equalized, and we are halfway through game number 5 and none the wiser on who has the advantage in the series.
Yeah, it's neck and neck at this point. This is exactly the game we want to see to close this out. 2 minutes on the clock, and it's 2 minutes 20 on the clock, and it could go either way. That's a really, really good fake out from Blast. Not sure if it's what he was intending. If it was, absolutely brilliant play. Mitch goes straight to the ceiling for the challenge, and Blast, to me, it looked like he just missed the reset, but maybe that is exactly what the fake out looks like, and he takes the lead once again. This is so back and forth, Rizza.
Yeah, I think Blast, he wanted to go for mech and just dribble the ball into the net, but as soon as Mitch went the aerial route, he knew that he had to try and draw a 50, so he just hid behind the ball. And in the end, Mitch didn't touch it, so the ball just fell into his lap. Flick available again. Oh, it's off the bar and out. Mitch won't be happy with that. Blast hasn't recovered. Still going to be a goal.
That's very, very quick control from Mitch here. That's another ridiculous flick. He just flicks it so quickly. What are you meant to do about that?
Yeah, there's no saving it if it's on target, but Blast's recovery was pretty ordinary. Wasn't able to get around the second one. Good catch from Mitch in the end. Blast, that's he's gone the oldest trick in the book. He's gone the silver ones play, where you just sit there and wait for your opponent to hit the ball, and he's scored. I have not seen that since Silver Ones, where the player just literally sits there without moving and waits for the ball to come their way slowly along the ground. It's given him the lead in game number 5 of Full Tilt.
Turns out when you are nervous in ones, that works against even the best.
Kickoff favours Mitch. Blast dives across. I feel like he could have lunged backwards towards his own net there.
Mitch is saying it's a shitfest of a game. There is zero defense. And look, in fairness to the great moments that both of you have had, I think that's a little bit harsh, but at the same time, I do hear exactly where you're coming from.
Blast says the bronze kickoff is goated. There's no way he is listening to this at the same time as trying to play this contest.
I know, some players do it. It always blows my mind.
I am losing my voice the longer this goes on as well. Mitch takes out Blast. Blast going to be in another awkward position to draw a challenge, but he does just lunge in once again. This time it works out. He's going to take that corner boost away from Mitch. Mitch has saved plenty. I think I got a quick glimpse of his car only moments ago. Blast going to take this to the side of the field. This is where he's been his strongest, Neon. This is his spot. This is where he spends half his time in free play. He's missed the flip reset.
Oh, no.
And it's cost him the chance. It could have cost him another goal here. No. Still locked up at 6 apiece. He's given Mitch the ball, though. Mitch has the whole net to aim at as Blast slams on the brakes in the corner of the field. And Mitch says, thank you very much. And we're about to tick into the final minute, and Mitch has the lead.
It is well and truly heating up in this one. We are as close as it can be. Game 5, 7-6. Blast needs a goal. Is he going to have that moment? Oh my goodness. Mitch might have just given it to him for free.
Oh, Blast
has missed the open net. So it could go the other way, and that could be absolutely pivotal for this series. He's managed to get it back to his own corner. Does the boost spawn? It does. This is bizarre, Rizza.
Oh, man. That Blast just got in the way of Mitch there. He had the quicker recovery there. He had the boost. Blast was just in the way. Can he trip Mitch up? Can he get around it? No, he can't. Mitch has got him here. Checkmate, says Mitch. You're not getting this one in the back of my net. Draws the 50 in the corner as well. 30 seconds remaining. It's one mistake away from being an equal game. It's one mistake away from being a 2-goal game. He went for the demo in the most awkward position on the field to do so. And he has missed out. I don't know. I don't even know how that actually missed. It looked like he went straight through it. And I think Blast is actually saying that. I'm not really sure what to make of that.
That in the replay, it does look like he hits him, gotta say.
It didn't only not demo him, it didn't even touch him. It was a very strange thing.
Ghost hit from below. He's got, oh, I thought that was it. I thought he was gonna bring us back to a kickoff and make it even again, but at this point, Mitch is just gonna blow down this clock. This could be it, Rizza.
Yes, Mitch is going to win this, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go back and watch that replay. I'm very interested to see. Well played to Mitch, of course. Outstanding win. It was a tough contest in the end. Great stuff from Blast as well. Really, really good, entertaining contest between the two players. Another outstanding full tilt match. 2 goals separating these two players at the end of all that. It got a bit scrappy and messy right at the end there, Neon, but Mitch kept his cool as the favourite. He walks away with the win, and he will move on to face Oki in the prospect stage. There it is, Mitch up against Oki. We will have Tristan and J-Cool, Oki and Mitch, Mers and Egomania, Flixer and Rook. They are our prospect matches now.